which is Mental Health Awareness Month, I'm talking about some DVDs that you can check out at Scottsdale Public Library, all on the very important topic of mental health awareness and mental illness. There are some great movies out there. The first one I'll mention is a classic called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, starring Jack Nicholson, Danny DeVito, Louise Fletcher, and in his first role, Christopher Lloyd. It's amazing. From 1975, directed by Milos Forman. Fantastic. It won all 5 of the big Oscars in its time, which is a rare word to be, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Screenplay. The leading actor and leading actress all took home Oscars in that one amazing night. Well, it talks about McMurphy, a man who has been convicted of statutory rape and lots of assaults, who's doing hard time at a labor camp in Oregon. He doesn't like it, so he says, man, I wonder if I pretend to be mentally ill, I can get into the mental hospital and I can, kick back and do the rest of my sentence. That's what happens to him, but of course, as soon as he gets in there, he discovers that once you're declared mentally insane or criminally insane, your sentence never ends. So, of course, Jack Nicholson, playing McMurphy, decides, I've got to get out of here, especially when you meet Nurse Ratched, who is one of the most insanely amazing characters that you could ever meet. She is the head nurse in the ward where all these men are together, and she is a complete tyrant with passive-aggressive tendencies, downright evil. Amazing. She won an Oscar, Louise Fletcher did, and well-deserved. Well, things happen as they are wont to do. It's a wonderful movie. It has a tragic ending, which I will not spoil for anyone who hasn't seen it. Definitely for mature audiences, but great. That's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. My second one is from 2017, and it is the most amazing movie I have seen in many a year. It's called Loving Vincent, and it is a painted animated movie. My gosh. Created by 2 artists. There were Dorita. Oh gosh. Sorry, I have to take a peek. Okay, let me try that one again. My second movie is amazing. It is Loving Vincent from 2017. It is the world's first hand-painted animated movie, and that's exactly what it is. The 2 directors, Dorita Kibalutz and Hugh Weckman, I hope I have those names right. One of them, the lady, is actually an artist in herself, and she used her art information and art skill experience to great interest in this one. You're actually, in the course of the movie, stepping into the paintings of Vincent van Gogh. Fantastic. So of course you get to see the Starry Night, and you see the cornfield with the crows in it, and all of his amazing things, including that very creepy looking bar with the red wallpaper and those sort of glaring yellow lights. The story, as it is about a young man who's been told by his father, who was the postman in the town where Vincent van Gogh was living, kind of toward the end of his life, that he had one letter to deliver to his brother Theo, which he never could. It keeps coming back. So the young man, the son of the postman, is given the assignment to see if he can't track down the family. Well, things happen, and the most interesting about it is, as you're going through the plot, you're also visiting some of his amazing paintings. It's so well done that they even have to maybe adjust some of them, like if it's a day scene that Van Gogh painted, it becomes a night scene in this movie. It is fantastic. A lot of things are going on there, and the young man is trying to find out what was the cause of the artist's death. Was it suicide? Could it have been foul play? Could it have been murder? So that's kind of the hook that keeps you going along, and it's tremendous. So they kind of leave it a little bit in the air there about what was actually the cause of his death, because I guess truly nobody really knows, but they do have a possible solution there, which kind of makes sense. The other thing too is that it took nearly 6 years for them to make this movie, so oh my goodness, it is wonderful. And Van Gogh is celebrated for his amazing achievement as a watershed artist, but they also talk a little bit about his mental health. And once again, it's kind of a guess. Modern psychiatrists have studied his writing, studied his life, and they have a whole bunch of theories. Could he have been a manic depressive? Could he have had epilepsy? Could he have been poisoned by lead or by that toxin that's in the absinthe that was the drink of choice amongst the artists of the day? We don't know, but give it a try. It is a wonderful movie. Next movie I'll talk about is a new movie from 2020 called Words on Bathroom Walls, and that is a wonderful movie starring Charlie Plummer, Andy Garcia, Anna Sophia Robb, and a host of other really great characters, directed by Thor Freudendahl. And it talks about Adam. He's a young man who's a high school senior who has schizophrenia. His poor mom has tried every kind of medication that she can to see if she can't help him. The way that they introduce the characters and the voices that he hears is fascinating. You have three characters that are right with him. There's a guy with a baseball bat who's his bodyguard. There's Anna Sophia Robb playing a Coachella lady who tries to get him into the gentler frames of mind, and then there's this other young man who's kind of like his best buddy, sidekick from those teen romance movies, is always trying to encourage him to speak to the girl that he's interested in. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful movie, and the poor guy is just completely suffering from all kinds of things. On top of schizophrenia, his father has left the family. His mom, who's very loving and caring, is interested in a man, and poor Adam can't stand him. So there's another problem. And then on top of that, you have these voices and these people that show up that only he can see. The one thing that really keeps him centered is his love of cooking, and Adam is trying his best to maintain his career and his grades and get a scholarship into culinary school, which is one place where he feels completely whole and completely in control of his situation. Things happen, and the dark cloud, which tells him to do kind of dangerous things or to try to protect him, gives him a psychotic break in the middle of science class, and he accidentally spills some acid on a fellow student. Well, that takes care of his career in high school. He ends up in a private school run by a Catholic group of sisters, and to his betterment, he gets to meet a priest played by Andy Garcia, who helps him through some of these situations. It's just a wonderful movie. Please don't be put off by the fact that, oh gosh, this poor young man suffering from schizophrenia. There's a lot of humor, there's a lot of heart in there, there's a bit of heartache, but it's just wonderful, and everything turns out okay at the end. So I'm so glad to talk about that one. So those are three movies that I would highly recommend for Mental Health Awareness Month. They're great. You can find these and many other great DVDs at Scottsdale Public Library. And we'll see you soon. Thanks a lot.